Hello everyone, this is Maureen and welcome to my crochet story. Today it is all about Amigurumi Wednesday and what I have accomplished and what it is I'm getting ready to start on next. But first, let me say, as always, thank you so much for being here and taking the time to see what little critters I am creating, what it is I want to create, and just letting me share my amigurumi journey with you. So, if you're already subscribed to my channel, you know how much I appreciate your patronage. But if you're new, if this is your first time looking at what I have, please take a moment to go look at my channel and see the other videos that I have. And if you like what you see, be sure and hit that subscribe button and then look for the notification bell that has the hugs on the side so that it always notifies you of content that I put up. So, I have 2 completed projects. Very proud of myself. I finished a project that I had started back in February, but life happens and I didn't get to finish them nor submit them for the Amigurumi Wars for that month. So I have one of them completed. I'll get another one completed hopefully by this time next week, but no promises. And then I chose another amigurumi from this month's Spotlight Designer, that Anita from YOH Crochet, she is the host and creator of Amigurumi Wars. She chose the designer Little Muggles. Now last week I showed you that I did a little bear, and this week I did a monkey. So I'm going to show you my rendering of Mikey the Monkey, and I'm going to tell you some things that I liked and some things that were a little bit of a struggle for me. So first, here is Mikey, the little monkey. There he is. Now, if you go on her website, you'll see that Mikey has a green sweater, which if I had used green, I know that I would have gained maybe 1 point for having green on there, because that's the host for this month's one of the little quirks that she put in there for you to be able to gain some extra points. But I didn't want to whip out a whole skein of green because I didn't have any little pieces left over from prior projects, but I did have some blue, so he's wearing a blue sweater. And besides that, his name's Mikey, you know, not that green's a girl's color, but anyhow. So he was very easy to put together and to crochet. The instructions were really, really well written. I didn't have a problem with that. I do like the fact, and I think I might have showed you this last week when I only had the head created, that this is a 2-piece head. You create the head, and then you create this little cover piece that, you know, outlines the face here. Was very easy to attach. One thing she mentioned, and I never thought about before, was to be sure and go around twice to make sure that it's secure on there. And I thought, oh well, you know, I can probably just get by with one. But no, then I got to thinking, you know, little hands getting their fingers up underneath there. So no, I did do what she suggested, and I went through there twice. The only problem I have with this is that of course, hindsight's 20/20, right? The spacing of the eyes, I had a little problem with that. This is her recommended spacing. These are the recommended eyes. I think that I should have gone up a little bigger. That's my own personal preference, and I think I would have liked them in a little closer. Again, that's me. I think the snout, because she said to put the snout right up underneath the eyes. Well, folks, there was no way I could get this size snout right up against the eyes and it not look weird. So I had to make an adjustment there. I think if I were to do his pattern again, which I've already made a notation for me, I probably would adjust the length, the starting chain. It says to chain 8 and then, you know, build around it. I think I would probably go out to 10 and then use the same increases, that kind of thing. Make the adjustments there that are needed so that the snout is a little bigger and a little taller to fit on there. I just think it's too small for this size head. Now, she also suggests using a 3-weight. I used a 4-weight, so that could also be another determining factor as to why the muzzle is a little off. But there he is. Got his little tail there on the back. Now, it said not to stuff it, but what I did was I took some pipe cleaners and doubled them up so that if I wanted to, you know, curl it up a little bit, I could. May not have put enough in there to do that. I didn't play with this yet. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Ain't he cute? But he was a joy to make. I am happy with him. I think really the only issue I had as far as putting him together was just the face issues. But again, I think that's more a Maureen thing and not so much the designers. Okay? Alright, so I'll be getting a picture of him and sending him off for my entry into Amigurumi Wars. Now, this is one of the little designs that I had started back in February. This is from DIY Fluffies. This is Mr. Pug. Now, I know it's a little hard to see his black nose up against this dark brown, but there he is. He's finally finished, and he will be going to his forever home a little later today. I have someone that I'm going to gift him to, and I just know that he's going to get lots and lots and lots of loving. So there is Mr. Pug. He is all finished. And like I said, he'll be on to his forever home in just a little bit this afternoon. Now, again, I really love, and I think I told you this last week, I love how this, the designer, you know, like I said, there's no chaining in between these legs when you get ready to attach them. And I really like that because I do struggle with there being holes from those chains, and then when you start attaching both legs together and going around, so I always have to go back in with needle and yarn and kind of fill in those holes, tighten them up. But with this particular design, I didn't have to do that. Now, he did call for a little red what is this, tie, but I just happened to have some maroon sitting over there, you know, a long string from a prior project, so I just stuck it on there. I love the little collar. See how he folds down there like that? Yeah, yeah. And I gave him a little bit of character. Instead of having both arms down, I took this one and tucked it up so he'd be saying hi to his new forever friend. Alright, so those are my two finished projects for this week. So what am I going to be doing this next week? Well, remember I told you I had two unfinished projects from February. So I will be finishing up the second one, which is this little panda. Now, I already have his head made, and just like the pug, it's huge, but again, it's because I work with acrylic, I mean the 4-weight, so he is going to be big, but as you saw on the pug, her designs are such where the heads are supposed to be bigger than the body. Alright? So this little panda will be following suit. Like I said, I will be finishing him up. Now, Anita from YOH Crochet, she did this pattern. And she said, let me get to the bigger picture here. There you go. She said that there were a lot of pieces here for the feet. And if you can see, you have the little paws and then each of the little toes. So that might slow me down as far as getting him finished, but I hope to have him finished and show him to you next week on Amigurumi Wednesday. But that's one of my goals for this next week, is to get him finished. Put him back over there. And I have a new Zodiac Amigurumi doll to make. This is Gemini. Look at those cute little girls. Aren't they precious? Now again, this is from the book Crochet Zodiac Dolls. Now guys, I'm not into the Zodiac, but I did like the little critters here. Creatures, you know, representations of the Zodiac. And I just thought it would be so much fun to make them and give them out. So, a little bit of information about the Gemini. It is the third sign of the zodiac. It runs from 21st of May to the 20th of June. The twins are here and they don't like to be bored. True citizens of the world, they love to travel and see new places. Let's see. They are ruled by Mercury. Geminis are the most gifted communicators in the zodiac, and they know very well how to pull a prank or two with their wit and their humor. They can easily become the heart and soul of any gathering. So if you are a Gemini, those are some of your qualities. Their best character trait of a Gemini is adaptability. Their lucky color is yellow. Let's see. They make good friends with Libras, Aquarius, and Aries. So there you go. I'm not promising to have them finished by next week, but hopefully, enough of a progress where I can show you bits and pieces and give you my pros and cons on how they're working. Now, many of you know that I love gnomes, and I haven't made any in quite a while. But this is May, and we're getting ready to go into the summer months. So I pulled out my gnome book, and I will be making Little Blossom here. Notice that she's sitting next to a flower pot, which we all know May is a symbol of May flowers from April's showers. And so I will not only be making her and giving her a little flower here, but I showed you on Sunday the crochet collage garden book. I'll probably be adding a few little flowers to her little dress down here, maybe even making some pots and putting some flower pots around her with some of those flowers in them. So that's what I plan on having on my hook as far as amigurumis are concerned for this next week. Like I said, I know that sounds like a lot, doesn't it? Plus everything else I got going on. But, keeping your hands busy, that's what it's all about for me. So anyway, I hope you've liked my little show and tell here today. And I do hope that if you are an amigurumiist that you enjoy what I'm doing. If you see some things that I could improve upon, please, by all means, leave me some suggestions down there in the comment section. I would greatly appreciate any hints, tricks that can go along with my progression into the amigurumi wars. I will tell you that I do keep going out there and looking for lots of tips and tricks on YouTube, because there are many YouTubers that's all they do is crochet amigurumis, and it's been a great help for me. But sometimes there's more than one way to skin a cat, as they say. So if you've got a tip or trick of your own, let me know down there in the comment section. 2, if you like what I'm doing, please consider sharing this video out. Let's spread the love and excuse me, not only for my channel, but for those of your friends, families that love watching what other folks are doing as well. Alright, so that's all I have for today. Thank you so much for taking out about 15 minutes of your time here to be with me. I greatly appreciate it. Now, as always, be the light out there in the darkness for someone today, because you never know. It could be your light they are needing to see. Again, thank you so much for being here. I love you. Bye.